Okay, this frontside air with no grab in onshore winds is obviously really similar to the grab version. However, there is a few subtle differences. So my lead up to hitting the lip is really similar. Right here I am sheeting in and trying to generate as much speed as possible out of the kite. Both myself and the kite are heading in the same direction, and that's across the wave. Okay, as I spot where I want to launch out of the lip, that's where I'm going to start my bottom turn, really lean into it and get as much drive as possible. At the same time, I am going to depower my kite, so sheet out as far as I can. The most important thing with doing any air without a grab is that you point your board right into the wind so it sticks to your feet, or you travel at a faster speed than what the wind is going. On this day, I think it's pretty light, so I'm kind of doing a combination of both those things, where I am pointing my board directly into the wind, but I'm also kicking the tail out as well. And this is what I really like about not grabbing, is you can sort of really tweak your tail. You can basically work your board a little different to what you could do, if you're grabbing. Yeah, for some reason too, for me, it's all about mixing it up and, trying different variations of similar things. I kind of feel like it's maybe a little bit more challenging not doing a grab because, you need to, really be precise with your air. If you're slightly off, it's not going to work. So at the end of the day, when I land an air like this, it feels a little bit more challenging to me. Okay, still the same foundations apply. When I'm about to land, I really want to pick my landing and make sure that I'm trying to land onto the broken part of the wave. So, there's not as much impact and you're less likely to break your board than if you were landing out in the flats. So once I've spotted my landing, I've got my kite sheeted all the way out. It's right above me, so it's going to sort of help parachute me into my landing a little bit. I still want to extend my body completely out. I've come about probably 6 foot, or maybe between 4 and 6 foot off the back of the wave, so that's quite a big drop. So there is going to definitely be, some solid impact upon landing. So you can see here I'm almost completely extended out. That's really important. The more extension you can get with your body, the more absorption you can get with your knees. You can see as soon as my board connects with the whitewash, I'm going to take all the impact on my knees. It's really important to also note that my centre of gravity was completely over the board as well, so I'm not going to be landing off-centred. If you're extended too much out on an angle, your kite could potentially pull you one way and your board wants to go the other way and it's not going to work out. Okay, so the key tip with doing an ungrabbed frontside air is that you need to be really precise with your takeoff and landing. But mostly when you're in the air, you need to be pointing your board into the wind for it to stick to your feet because you're not having the assistance of actually grabbing the board.